Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be telling you all of my secrets to making real money on Redbubble. It is super hot right now. We're actually in a heat wave, so if you hear my fan, that's just what that background noise is. This video is going to give all of my biggest tips on how to make consistent money on Redbubble and even make your first sale if you haven't made any yet. So my first tip is consistency. Just like here on YouTube, posting consistently will push out your account more. So that means uploading designs, being active on your account, maybe favoriting other people's products that you like, following people. Definitely be consistent in your posting, but also in your activity on the site. Leading into that, we have the more designs equals the more sales. So just like anything, the more options you give people, the more opportunities there are for those things to sell. I actually need to take this tip a little bit more seriously because I don't have that many items on my shop and I post about once a month. I dump a bunch of new designs out and they do sell for me, but maybe if I did it more gradually, it would be a lot better. Just think about it for a second. If a store has 2 items and a store has 200 items, obviously the store with 200 items is more likely to get out there. One of their designs is more likely to trend or do well in the algorithm than the 2 designs. It's just probability basically. That being said, you don't need thousands of designs to do well. I don't even have 100 yet, although I'm still a pretty new shop. I am definitely working on this, and I do find that the more I post and the more designs I have, the more sales I get, and some of those new designs do trend and they get me lots of sales. Sort of on the topic of trending or, getting your designs into people's hands, we have get yourself into trending niches. So how you can find these are just by going onto Redbubble, and they'll always have some sort of headlines of topics that are doing really well. For example, during Pride Month, it was Pride designs, anything relating to Pride. For me right now, it says looking for designs that are pink, and it's inspired by the Barbie movie that just came out, which is super popular. So definitely look for these trending niches and focus on pushing out designs with the ideas that are trending at the time. For me, I tend to stick to the bookish literature niche because I found it does really well for me, and as a shopper, I look for bookish, like fiction-based stickers to decorate my laptop with, my notebooks for school and stuff like that. While it is just personal preference, and I do push out a lot of designs that are also based on my favorite musical artists and things I just find funny, I definitely think sticking to a few niches will make your shop thrive. Because if you do get lucky and one of your stickers or designs sells well, they might come back to buy another sticker in that theme or product in that theme. With all the talk about niches, I am going to be making a video about giving you guys ideas for niches you could possibly enter and the ones that I've seen and experienced firsthand that do the very best on Redbubble. So make sure to keep your eyes out for that video. It's hopefully going to be coming in the next 1 or 2 weeks. Coffee break. Alright, kind of within the same idea of niches and using trending ideas to your advantage, we have using humor to your advantage. So a lot of the designs you might see on Redbubble use catchy phrases or things that are kind of trending in the media. Specifically, I see on TikTok, so people will make designs of funny TikTok quotes that are kind of going viral. Like right now, it might be like girl dinner, or I don't know, just funny things that people typically say on social media. Speaking of which, I should make a girl dinner sticker. I haven't actually seen that, I just came up with it. Anywho, a lot of people will also use like animals in their humor or food in their humor-based designs, and I honestly think that those are some of the best types of designs. Things that are relatable and that people will look at and think are funny. For example of a more simpler one, I have a water bottle sticker and it says T-Rex and it's a pink dinosaur drinking a cup of tea, and I just think it's, you know, that's the kind of idea that you want to be focusing on if you're in like a humor niche, because just like puns and things that are like, you know, thinkers. Alright, getting into more technical stuff that I'll be talking a lot more about in my Redbubble 101 tutorials that will be coming soon is effective titling and tagging. So, as many of you probably have seen in my past Redbubble videos, I always mention Merch Titan, which is what I use to generate most of my tags for my designs. This is not sponsored, I wish it was, but Merch Titan is basically a free source that you can type in any topic. So for me, I typically will search book, if it's like a booky design, and it'll just generate like an entire list of different tags that will do well, and you can just put them into Redbubble when you're uploading, and they allow up to 15 tags for each product, so I would definitely utilize every single one of those. As for titling, if I made a sticker, for example, my Book a Day Keeps Reality Away sticker, that is my most popular design, when I'm titling that, I'm not gonna put book. I would put something more like A Book a Day Keeps Reality Away, what the sticker actually says, and then anything else that might be relevant to it. Maybe that wasn't the best example because it did use a quote, but let's say it was just like my book heart stickers, which come in pink and red and brown and a darker brown. So instead of just putting book, I put book lover heart because it just utilizes more words that people might search. If I wanted to go even further there, I would say book lover heart red and pink, or whatever color it is, just to give the audience more details. Not only the audience, but also like the SEO and like the algorithm needs more information in order to properly categorize and push out your designs. This might be my most simple yet most effective Redbubble tip, and it's something that I've lived by while doing this for the last 3 months, and it is, if you wouldn't buy it, other people probably won't buy it either. So that has to do with the quality of the design itself. So if it's not aesthetically pleasing, if you could have used a better font or maybe added something to it to make it not looking dull. It also has to do with the theme. So if you don't connect with like the idea of the design, like maybe you're not a reader but you're trying to make designs in the book genre, I don't know if you would necessarily relate to the audience as much as somebody who is really into that, or anything could work in that regard. Anyway, if you would not buy it, other people likely will not either. That's not to say that you can't make designs in other interests. Of course you can, and you can definitely explore lots of different areas, but just make sure quality-wise it's something that you would feel good purchasing. I always make my designs with myself in mind because I am a consumer on Redbubble as well as a seller, and I am somebody who buys stickers and products all the time from there. I buy hoodies, I have had notebooks, and of course tons of stickers. So I want to make sure that people like me out there would find these designs and actually want them. This one might be a little bit more selective, so it is in regard to the actual amount of money that you make per sale. So on Redbubble, you are set up with a default margin. I believe it is 30% per sale. Once you upload your first couple of designs, I would recommend leaving them the way that they are. That's what I did, at least in the beginning, because you don't know if you're gonna make any sales, and I would just, you know, be a little bit cautious with your prices. Although they do start out pretty low, as you increase margins, they can become more competitive in that they'll be more pricey and people will want to buy maybe cheaper options. But of course, once you start doing well, I would completely encourage increasing your margins, at least on the products that you see doing really well in your shop. A lot of Redbubble sellers typically increase margins on stickers just because the starting margin is extremely low. Like, I think for me it was like 30 cents. And even if you make hundreds and hundreds of sales on that sticker, it might not be getting you as much money as you deserve. And in all honesty, like, increasing your prices up to like $3 per sticker is nothing crazy. If you don't understand how it works, basically Redbubble will not charge you per sale, but they deduct money off of the price of your item in order to manufacture and print and ship your products. You are left over with whatever they don't take. So when you increase your margins, you're increasing the price of the product and in turn increasing your amount of profit, because the amount that Redbubble takes away from your price remains the same. So the more you increase it, the more money you'll make. I currently have my stickers set to 70% margins, and I make around $1 per sticker, so I hope that kind of helps give you an indication on margins and how much you'll make depending on what your margin is set to. I have seen a lot of fellow YouTubers and people on social media with Redbubble who have their sticker margin set to 100%, and I'm not really sure how much that would end up costing the customer, but who knows, maybe someday I'll increase it to that much, but I just don't think that's really appropriate right now with the amount of sales I'm making. If you want to know more about my sales numbers, my profit numbers, and all of that, you can watch my Redbubble recap monthly videos that I come out with every single month. But for reference, I make around 3 to 5 sales per day as of right now. It has gone up to 10 to 15 sales per day in previous weeks, but yeah, right now I'm on a bit of a decline, so I definitely want what sales I'm making to be making me real money. If you do increase your margins at all once you're making good sales, I would definitely monitor how this affects your sales and your profits. How I did it was I first increased it to 35% on my stickers when I actually started to make a sale every few days. And then I increased it to 40%. I saw a lot more coming in by that point, and then eventually 50, 60, and now 70. Alrighty friends, and then the last tip I have for you is to do your research. When I want to take a project really seriously, such as YouTube and Redbubble, I do so much research beforehand with people who have actually succeeded in doing what I'm aiming to do. I think it is so important to learn from other people's mistakes, successes, and the tips that they have, because at the end of the day, they have more experience than you if you haven't started this thing yet. When I was first getting my sales on my Redbubble shop and I had around 20 items, I did so much research, mostly on YouTube, and I learned a lot and ended up improving my designs so much. If you're looking for ideas of people to watch in Redbubble specifically, she also does a lot of print on demand stuff. I watch a YouTuber named Alexandra, and I will definitely link her channel down below. I don't believe she posts videos anymore, but she definitely has a ton of good content on there that you can learn so much from. That was my main source of information. However, you are currently doing your research right now, so congratulations, you've already started to improve your Redbubble knowledge. I definitely wouldn't consider myself a Redbubble creator, but I do post around half of my videos about Redbubble, and I want to share as much of my knowledge with you guys as possible while I'm still growing in my own journey. So anyway, make sure you're watching as many of these YouTube videos as possible, maybe even reading blogs and stuff whenever you have spare time, because it really does go a long way to understand how other people gain success. And you can anticipate a lot more tutorial type videos in the future, such as my Redbubble 101 series that will be coming out very soon, I promise, as well as more information on my other side hustles, which ones I think you should try and which ones I think you should not. If you are interested in UGC creation or anything like that and know what that is, I will also be starting a series in the fall of me starting my UGC journey once I turn 18. So basically, we're just gonna be on a journey of getting some side hustle money together. And as an incoming first year of university, I definitely need the extra money. And I'm sure a lot of you out there do too, and Redbubble is so passive. Once you have designs up, it's awesome. Anyway, you guys, we're almost at 500 subscribers, which I think is just crazy, and I'm so grateful for you all. And I really hope that if you aren't already, you subscribe for more videos just like this one, where I am going to be trying my best to help you guys out and get you some bank. As always, you can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, AO3, Wattpad, if you're into bookish things, my Amazon storefront's in my bio, and my poetry book as well. We should basically just be friends everywhere. Anyway, I love you all so much, and stay tuned for another video coming to you guys very, very soon.